梁歌制作《春江花月夜》，作者张若虚。春江花月夜，春江潮水连海平，海上明月共潮生。滟滟随波千万里，何处春江无月明。
Made of Liang Gu, author of Spring River Flower Moon Night, Zhang Ruoxu. Spring River Flower Moon Night. The tide of the spring river is connected to the sea level, and the bright moon on the sea is born with the tide. The waves are rippling for thousands of miles, and there is no moon in the spring river.
江流宛转绕芳甸，月照花林皆似霰。空里流霜不觉飞，汀上白沙看不见。江天一色无纤尘，皎皎空中孤月轮。江畔何人初见月？江月何年初照人？
The river flows around the fragrant dwelling, and the moon shines on the flowers and forests all look like snow. The frost flows in the sky without realizing it, and the white sand on the ground cannot be seen. The river and sky are all color without dust, and the lonely moon wheel in the bright sky. Who on the riverside saw the moon for the first time? When did the moon in the river shine?
人生代代无穷已，江月年年望相似。不知江月待何人？但见长江送流水。白云一片去悠悠，清风浦上不胜愁。谁家今夜扁舟子？
Life has been endless from generation to generation, and the river and moon look similar every year. I don't know who the moon in the river is waiting for, but I see the Yangtze River sending flowing water. The white clouds are gone in a row, and the green maple piers are filled with sorrow. Whose boat is flat tonight?
何处相思明月楼？可怜楼上月徘徊，应照离人妆镜台。玉壶帘中卷不去，捣衣砧上拂还来。此时相望不相闻，愿逐月华流照君。
Where is the bright moon tower in love? Poor Yu Pei returned to the roof, and he should look at the makeup mirror on the left. The jade door curtain could not be rolled off, and the pounding anvil was brushed back. At this time, we look at each other but don't hear each other. I wish to shine through the moonlight.
鸿雁长飞光不度，鱼龙潜跃水成文。昨夜闲谈梦落花，可怜春半不还家。江水流春去欲尽，江潭落月复西斜。斜月沉沉藏海雾，碣石潇湘无限路。
The wild geese fly long and the light is not shining, and the fish and dragons leaps into the water. Last night I dreamed of falling flowers in the pond, and it was a pity that spring had not returned home. The river water flows and spring is about to end, and the moon sets in the river pond and slants west again. The slanting moon hides the sea fog, and the infinite road of Jishu Xiaoxiang.
不知乘月几人归，落月摇情满江树。二译文：春天的江潮水势浩荡，与大海连成了一片。一轮明月从海上升起，好像与潮水一起涌出来。
I don't know how many people will return by riding the moon, and the moon will shake the love of the river trees. /2/
月光照耀着春江，随着波浪荡漾千万里。所有地方的春江都有明亮的月光。江水曲曲折折地绕着花草丛生的原野流淌。
The moonlight shines on the spring river and ripples thousands of miles with the waves, and the spring rivers everywhere have bright moonlight. The river water flows around the wilderness of flowers and plants in a twists and turns.
月光照射着开满鲜花的树林，好像细密的血珠在闪烁。月色如霜，所以双飞无从觉察，洲上的白沙和月色融合在一起，看不分明。
The moonlight shines on the flowers in the woods, as if fine snow beads are flashing. The moonlight is like frost, so frost is unaware of it. The white sand and moonlight on the continent are blended together and cannot be seen clearly.
江水和天空变成了一种颜色没有一点微小的灰尘，明亮的天空中只有一轮孤月悬挂。江边上是什么人最初看见了月亮？
The river water and the sky became a color without a tiny dust, and there was only a lonely moon hanging in the bright sky. Who was on the riverside who saw the moon at first?
江上的月亮又是哪一年最初照耀着人们？人生一代一代的无穷无尽，而江上的月亮一年一年的总是相似。不知道江上的月亮在等待着什么人。
When did the moon on the river first shine on people? Life is endless from generation to generation, and the moon on the river is always similar every year. I don't know who the moon on the river is waiting for.
只见长江不断地一直运输着流水，游子像一片白云缓缓地离去，只剩下满怀思念的妇人站在离别的清风浦，不胜忧愁。
I saw the Yangtze River continuously transporting flowing water. The wanderer slowly left like a white cloud, leaving only a woman full of longing, standing on King Fengpu where he parted, and was filled with sorrow.
谁家的游子今晚坐着小舟在飘荡？又是什么地方有人在明月照耀的楼上相思？可怜楼上不停移动的月光，应该照耀在离别的人的梳妆台前。
Whose wanderer is floating in a boat tonight? Where is someone missing someone on the building where the bright moon shines? Poor the moonlight moving upstairs should shine in front of the dressing table of the parting person.
月光照进，思念着远方丈夫女人的门帘卷不走，照在她的捣衣砧上也拂不掉。他们互相望着月亮，可是却不能音信。
The moonlight shines in the door curtain of my husband and woman missing her distant place and cannot be rolled away, and it cannot be brushed off when it shines on her pounding anvil. They looked at each other at the moon but couldn't hear from each other.
我希望随着月光的流去，可以照耀着你。鸿雁不停地飞翔，而不能飞出无边的月光。月照着江面的鱼龙，在水中跳跃，激起阵阵波纹。
I hope that as the moonlight flows, I can shine on you. The wild geese kept flying without being able to fly out the boundless moonlight. The moon shone on the river and the fish and dragons jumped in the water and stirred up waves of ripples.
昨天夜里梦见花落闲谈，可惜的是春天已过了一半，自己却还不能回家。江水流逝，春天也随着江水消逝，江潭上的那轮落月又一次向西倾斜。
I dreamed of flowers falling in the idle pond last night. Unfortunately, spring is half past, but I can't go home. The river water passes, and spring disappears with the river water. The moon on the river pond is tilted west again.
斜月慢慢下，沉藏在海雾里，碣石与潇湘的离人距离无限遥远。 不知道有几人能趁着月光回家，唯有那西落的月亮摇荡着离情，洒满了江边的树林。
The slanting moon slowly sinks in the sea fog, and the distance between Jishur and Shaoxiang is infinitely far away. I don't know how many people can go home while the moonlight is shining, but the moon setting westward sways the love of separation and sprinkle the woods by the river.